All right, so we're gonna be doing an engine swap on the good old Monster Moto, which is obviously this thing right here. We got the one-wheel drive go-kart that you guys hadn't seen in a very long time. That'll be in another video soon. All right, so we're gonna do a top speed and acceleration run. Are you kidding me? This thing's plenty fast when it finally gets up to speed. You can do it, come on. Oh, what? All right, so it's been a few days. We got the mini bike wheeled in the garage. We're gonna be swapping that 6-horse Tecumseh up there. It's gonna be a pretty dang big difference. The reason I'm not gonna modify this motor is because I've seen a couple people modify these motors, do everything, and it really wasn't that much of an improvement. However, the most fun part is gonna be getting to the motor because it's at the very top of the shelf and I gotta get through a bunch of foilers and lawnmowers and shelves and other bull crap. Hopefully I can get it down without dropping it and we will swap it on this bike. We've had this Tecumseh here for quite a while. My brother got it from working on someone else's go-kart many years ago. It's just been sitting in the garage. Put it on the one-wheel drive go-kart a long time ago. I put a link to that video up here, there, or whatever. So now we're gonna be pulling the motor. I'm not gonna film everything. Basically, all I gotta do is take the chain off, unbolt the mounting bolts, undo the wiring, and the throttle. And it should just slide right out. All right, so been kind of screwing around with trying to get this thing mounted. Obviously, everything's not going to work how I intended. Thought it was going to be a lot smoother, but I had to remove the rear fenders so the carburetor could get right here. It's going to be mighty close. Chain's too short, so I'm going to have to get a longer chain. Got a bunch of centrifugal clutches here. Half of them are number 40 chain, but I'm trying to make one that'll work with number 35. That's a 19 tooth on there, which is obviously way too big. So I got this 12 tooth here I'm going to put on. I can't use the old clutch because this is a 5/8 shaft. So if we come over here to my chains, got a bunch of chain out here. I got number 40 right here. A bunch of number 35. So I think I'm going to be using this. And a bunch of master links. So to mark my holes, I got this white touch-up paint stuff here. I'll go through, kind of paint the holes, so that way I know where to drill, then remove the motor, and drill the holes. All right, so finally got this bull crap on here. All right, so I'm kind of re-threading the bolt into this crankshaft. And a little tip, get you some anti-seize, put all the way around it. This stuff works absolutely awesome for cutting threads. Like, it'll remake threads. So unfortunately, the cheap piece of bullcrap fuel line decided to shrink up, so I cut it out. And unfortunately, rubber was gonna be too thick, so I just put this stuff on there. I thought this was gonna be a pretty quick thing to do. Oh no, it's not gonna be because the stupid throttle cable doesn't wanna work because the one coming out of the handle grips, the end of it's cut off, so it could go on the old motor, and the one coming out of it's not long enough, it's a different end. So I found this throttle cable that's 900 miles long. I'm gonna put this end in the carburetor and then attach the other end up to the handlebars, and we're gonna have throttle. Let's go the government gas can. Leaking around the carb a little bit, but oh well. This thing hadn't ran in probably, I don't know, since 2021. Do a little brake clean in here. right, so I took the bowl off and there's a tiny bit of garbage in there. Oh, you know, it runs now. It's raining outside, so I'm gonna get soaking wet. I got Speedo app going too. This dang brake absolutely just locked up when I touched it. Oh yeah, it was. The dang brakes locked up when I hit them. Well, not only that, but the caliper wants to stick. But I had to use them. Too fast. It is. Way too fast. All right, so this carburetor is gonna go right in there just like that, just like how this one was. This one's just so worn out, and so I'm gonna put another one on. This carburetor, we've had this one forever. This was the original carburetor for the original motor that was in that Chinese foiler. And I gotta make a different exhaust because, well, this muffler, the carburetor, is gonna hit right here, and it's just gonna be a bunch of clearance issues. So I got the stock motorized bike pipe. I'm gonna put that in there. The flange seems to bolt up perfect. It's still gonna stick out, so I'm gonna have to cut this and then weld that together. That way this sticks out like that. And this is the old header for the racing go-kart, the original one. And when that's coming out of there, I'm gonna weld that onto there, so that way it'll kind of make an S, shoot outside, and I can still have screw-on mufflers and straight pipe and anything I want, really. Ow. All right, so I got the exhaust all cut up how I want, so that way I could line them up and weld them. And yeah, I cut myself pretty dang bad. I'm not gonna show it because, you know, I can't really show bloody stuff on YouTube, but it cut a deep groove in me. And yeah, freaking sucked. But oh well, just be more careful with the grinder. I gotta make some kind of guard for that, because that's sketchy. Oh, this is gonna be fast. I gotta mess with the brake caliper because the brakes want to lock up when I pull this. Cutting out a hard RPM. definitely too lean. But yeah, so far, success. All right, so the plug doesn't look crazy lean or anything, but I'm gonna throw a new plug in it anyway, this NGK BPR2ES. I'm gonna throw that in there because it probably needs a new plug. All right, so the oil hasn't been changed in years. It doesn't look bad, but viscosity and all that stuff wise, it's broken down over the years, so we're gonna be changing it. Right there on full. All right, so next we're gonna connect the kill switch. Ran the wires to right here. This is the ground wire coming out of the motor. It goes to the switch and then back to the coil. I'm gonna unbolt this. I'm gonna ground this out and connect this white or red wire onto the green. All right, y'all, so that's gonna be it for this video. I'm kind of running out of storage on my phone, which is why I'm closing this video out, because I'm making a video on motorcycles and the one-wheel drive go-kart and lots of other things. I did get an air filter rigged up. It's not pretty, but it's gonna do a pretty good job for what it is. The carburetor is jetted a little bit on the lean side, so hopefully this will help a little bit. So you guys know what to do. Click all the other buttons though YouTubers say to click. If you didn't like this video, click on thumbs down twice, because two's better than one. You guys know the drill if you've been watching the channel for a while. Probably another video on the little dirt bike, and you guys should see me in the next one.